Hi everybody, Julie Rodgers here. Other than being a makeup artist and a skin specialist, I have been known for a number of years as the Plain English Herbalist. And in this time that we're facing where we are all hunkered down waiting for this pandemic to settle down and pass on to as far as the East is from the West, there's something that I observed when I was going into the grocery store and the drugstore and other places, but mainly the grocery store. And that had to do with what was left behind. And what I found that was left behind was the healthy food. People, what are we doing? We have cleared the shelves of so many things. I know that you have to hunker down and we have to eat, and this is a scary time, and so people are leaning more to what we call comfort food. But you know what? This is also the time where our comfort food really does have to bring us comfort. So I have a question. You are in a chosen space to quarantine yourself. And we know we're going to do this for, at a minimum, 15 days. It may be 30. The question is, how are you going to come out after that 15 days? What are you going to look like? How healthy are you going to be? Are you going to come out of this 15 days looking good, feeling good, having had time to slow down and think about your life plans, where you want to go, what you want to do? This is a wonderful opportunity for us to actually dream and plan. But this is also an opportunity for us to change our minds about how we treat our bodies. So, are you going to come out of quarantine strong, healthy, with a plan, or are you going to come out of quarantine sicker than you were when you went in? Be very clear. They have no cure for coronavirus. The only cure is your immune system. In any epidemic, I don't care if it's an epidemic or pandemic, down through the centuries, there are three kinds of people. There's the person who gets the illness and unfortunately passes away. There is the person who gets the illness and survives through it and comes out on the other side. And there's the person who doesn't get it at all. What is the difference between the three people? The strength of the immune system. That's what's going to fight this and every other virus, every other illness that comes our way. This is not the first epidemic. This is not the first pandemic that our country has experienced. Unfortunately, it won't be the last. And here's the question. Which of these three people are you going to be? And how can you determine that? What controls do you have? Some of you have been told to go home and quarantine yourself because you have been identified as a person who either has the virus or has been exposed to the virus. Some of us are sitting in voluntary quarantine because we don't want to interact with someone who might be sick, but we don't know if we have. So as we sit here in this unknown, what are you going to do for the next 15 days? I know I'm breaking out my coloring books and I'm doing some things that give me peace, and I'm enjoying that. I'm on the phone with my family. I'm watching TV. I'm chilling. I'm sleeping a lot. There's all of those things. I know there are those of you who have children and you have to keep them educated and entertained. And there are couples where this is going to be a real time to determine what your relationship is like. Are you coming out pregnant? Are you coming out divorced? Are you coming out with a greater connection and understanding? I would pray that that last one would be the one that you would end up with. But what are we doing about the inside of our body. Some of us are very anxious because you've been sent home and you've just been told to clean your house and clean your surfaces, wash your hands a lot, drink a lot of water, and that's pretty much it. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are other things that you can do that will help to build your immune system, to strengthen you, and give your bodies the tools that it needs to fight. So I thought I'd come on for just a few minutes just to kind of share with you one of the things, and I'm going to be doing this. Today begins the process. There's too many people that I love. There's too many people that I want to share and communicate with. The 30 years of experience that I have specifically in the herbal life and the natural. I've had 4 children, all natural with midwives. My children were never given antibiotics for an ear infection. I used warm garlic oil in the ears. Gone in a day. There were so many natural alternatives that I used while I was pregnant, when I had my children, to make better breast milk, to make sure their immune systems were nice and strong. And now I have 4 children, 3 of whom are past the age of 21. I got that one last one, my 16-year-old, and he's doing just great. I'm a grandmother. And so there's been years and years and years where I have worked with my kids and my family members using natural things to help them fight off whatever was going on in their bodies. And I want you to have that same opportunity as well. So for the next 15 days or more, I'm going to be coming on. I'm going to be sharing. And if you have questions, you'll be able to message me. You'll be able to ask. And as many answers as I can find, I am going to find. So we're going to start with this first one. And this is a tea that I'm making. I'm not claiming that this is my original idea. I saw a brilliant lady and she talked about this tea and I made it. It is delicious. And it has all of the properties in it that will help to reduce inflammation, which is overtaxing your immune system. Eating inflammatory foods, sugar, dairy, junk food, all cause inflammation in your body. Now your body is so busy fighting off all the inflammation and everything that your bad diet is causing, it depresses your immune system in a way that doesn't allow you to fight that real enemy, which is this virus or any kind of virus is going around. It is still flu season. You are still in cold season where the weather, especially with the weather shifting one day here in Washington, D.C. area, we had 70, 80 degree weather just 3 days ago. And today we were barely in the 50s. These huge temperature changes also challenge your immune system. So we have to get to a place where we're moving out of junk comfort food into food that really brings your body comfort. So what I got here is all of the elements that are going to go into this tea that I'm going to drink. I'm here quarantined with at least 2 of my children. One got sent home from college from Hampton University, go HU, and a daughter who had gone out of town, was planning to move out of town, changed her mind, came back home, and now the 3 of us are here quarantined together. So what you see here on this plate is a lot more than what you as an individual would need. But I want to share with you what's here and why these elements are going into my tea concoction. So we're going to start with these guys right here. This is sliced ginger. Now, ginger is historically known to be a fever reducer. It is known to help with your digestion. It helps to warm the body. And so if someone is ill and they have chills and things like that, ginger is a good drink. You could do this by itself with a little honey, boil it in water for about 10 or 15 minutes, pour off and strain it off, add a little honey and just sip. It will settle an upset stomach. So if you're queasy, this is a really, really good remedy. These guys right here, this is turmeric. Turmeric we've had all kinds of talk about turmeric, and a little bit closer, I'm going to talk to you about what you really need to activate turmeric so that it really has and activates the anti-inflammatory properties that you really need to access, that your body can access. But this is fresh turmeric. Tons of it was left in the store. When I went to the grocery store, I had no trouble finding ginger. I had no trouble finding turmeric. And then we have cinnamon. Cinnamon, we know, is historically known to be helpful in things like your blood sugar and helping as a natural blood sugar regulator. Understand, if you are diabetic, your immune system is challenged. If you have high blood pressure, your immune system is challenged. So it's not just people with rheumatoid arthritis or with lupus or HIV positive or any of these other illnesses that or Crohn's disease and those intestinal diseases. All of those are autoimmune issues. Arthritis, all of those things are autoimmune issues. And so, but what we forget is that when your blood pressure is irregular and your blood sugar levels are irregular, it also challenges your immune system. So cinnamon is one of those elements that, one of those nutritionals that is really historically known to help regulate your blood sugar. Also very good for your circulatory system and also very good for helping to soothe a sore throat. Then, of course, we have lemons. I was surprised at the amount of lemons that I was able to find in the grocery store, just sitting there all pretty and nice and ready to go. This is loaded with vitamin C. This is loaded with things that help to boost your immune system. And what this is actually the lemon peels. So when you're peeling it and this is going into your tea, notice that I left the white on. So if you take a little piece of this, you see there's very little white on it. So you want to get close to the skin. The orange oils that emit from the skin, very disinfecting. We know how many ways we clean with lemon oil. Inside the body, the lemon oils actually, not only are you getting the vitamin C properties, but you're also getting stuff that stimulates your liver. Your liver is where you detox, where stuff is pulled out. They say if your liver is congested, you will be congested. So when you do things that help that liver to detox and flush, it also helps to flush bad mucus out of your system. Now, also what's going in this tea is black pepper. Black pepper is turmeric's friend. Black pepper is also a spice that is historically known to stimulate the liver. And in so doing, it helps to activate the turmeric properties and help them to work better in your system. Now, I also have here a little cayenne pepper, which is loaded with vitamin C. And believe it or not, a little cayenne pepper in lemon water with a sore throat, although it will burn at first, it's actually an anti-inflammatory and will actually help to soothe the sore throat. So these are all going into, I've made enough of this where I've taken 10 cups of water. It's boiling on the stove right now. I'm going to turn it down so that it's not boiling, but simmering. And then I'm going to be adding all of these elements. I'm going to squeeze the lemons. And you see how I have that? Now, this is interesting. Today, I drank a soda. That's drinking sugar. Sugar is inflammatory and it causes mucus. All this time, I've had no cough. I have no fever. I'm able to hold my breath for 10 to 15 seconds without feeling like I'm suffocating. So I have no indication that this cough is coming from corona. What I do know is very shortly after taking a few sips of a sugary soft drink, it has given me a mucousy cough, not a dry cough, a mucousy cough. And I know better, but everybody is stressed. And you know what? That is the thing that stimulated me to want to come on here and talk with you, because guess what it allows me to do? It allows me to live and practice what I'm preaching. You're supporting me. I'm supporting you. And I just appreciate the opportunity to be here, to talk with you and to share and to say, yeah, I fall short too, but guess what? We can get it together and come out of this thing strong and healthy. So all of these ingredients are going to go into my tea to help correct this cough, okay? And what I'm also adding is raw honey. You want to use raw honey because when it's not filtered out, the natural propolis, which is an element in raw honey, has antibacterial properties. The bees use it to protect the honeycomb. So when they're putting the honey in the honeycomb, they put the propolis around the walls of the honeycomb to protect the honey and keep it pure. The last thing that's going to go in when my tea is finished is actually a tiny little teaspoon of coconut oil. Now, this is so good, rich in omegas. There's a property in coconut oil that's also very good for your immune system, and along with the honey, helps to coat the throat and make you feel better. And the smell is just incredible. The flavors are just wonderful. And this is something that's going to warm you inside, coat your throat, and boost your immune system. And also, because of the vitamin C properties and everything, loosen mucus and phlegm in your body and help take it down to your stomach, where your stomach acids has captured any little bacteria and viruses that are in your system and kill it right here. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that this tea is going to cure anything. There's no cure for the coronavirus. What we have in our only line of defense, the only cure, is your immune system's ability to fight this thing until it runs its course. And that's the point, to keep you strong, healthy, and alive long enough for this virus to pass through your system. It's not here to stay. We want it to pass through. The cleaner your system is, the stronger your immune system is, the more opportunity your body has to fight for itself. So I look forward to enjoying my tea, and I look forward to enjoying all of this comfort food that's going to actually bring my body comfort. I just encourage you to stay prayed up, stay positive, stay proactive, and stay home. I'll talk to you next time. See you soon.